explore Kuwait through it. You can explore Kuwait's monuments and enjoy the beautiful scenery, as well as have a good time.
Today we're visiting the newest mall that's opened in Kuwait. It's called the Boulevard. We're going to find out what makes this mall so unique compared to all the other malls available in Kuwait.
Boulevard is one of the vital projects from an entertainment and tourism point of view. The project was built over a space of 353,000 square meters. The project contains multiple different international brands, a hypermarket, an indoor entertainment arena, food court, and many cafes.
Today's guest is Mr. Hamad Mubarak Al-Ali, and he's going to take us around and show us what the Boulevard has to offer. Thank you so much for taking the time to show us around today.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Great. So can you tell our viewers a little bit about the Boulevard and what does it have to offer?
The Boulevard is considered as a mega project, Kristen.
Okay.
We do have a mall in it, which has approximately 100 units. Plus, we do have a landscape area, which is 150,000 square meter of landscape area, which is huge. The project itself, the area of the project itself is 355,000 square meter.
Wow.
Yeah. We do have facilities, sport facilities, restaurant village, and much more.
So it's not just a mall. I mean, there's tons of things for families to do here.
Yes, it is. We do have a variety of restaurants inside the mall. Plus, we do have a restaurant village outside the mall, which I just mentioned. And we do have some areas where family and friends could have their time walking around outside the project area.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Great. So there's a little bit of something for everyone.
Exactly.
So right now we're actually standing in the food area in the mall section
In the food court.
of the Boulevard.
Exactly.
What kind of stores are there in the Boulevard?
We do have lots of varieties of restaurants, varieties of cosmetic shops, beauty shops. We do have a bank. We do have a supermarket coming up soon. We do have a bookstore coming up soon, and lots of cafes over here also.
And I noticed there's even lots of stores for kids too. So that's fun.
Yeah, and we do have a playground for the kids.
Awesome.
A play shop, yeah.
Wow.
Arcade games and so on.
And an arcade too.
Yeah,
wow,
yeah.
It really does have a lot of stuff. So I heard something about the lobby. What is that?
The lobby. It's a project. It's a new project. This project specifically makes Boulevard very unique.
Okay.
The lobby is basically a big unit, a 900 square unit, where we dedicated it to the small projects for the youth.
Oh, great.
And affordable units.
Great.
Instead of having it for a big brand to operate in, we distributed small shops inside this unit and give it to the small SMEs, the small.
That's great because you're supporting the small businesses that are kind of like homegrown here in Kuwait. That's wonderful, wonderful. So I think we're going to take around and look at some more things. But before we leave the mall area, what hours is the mall open?
The hours, we do open on weekdays from 10 to 10 and on weekends from 10 to 11. The park opens at 8 a.m. and closes at 12 a.m. Yeah, and that's it, yeah.
Okay, great. So let's go check out more of the Boulevard. Lucky because we get to meet a 3D artist who's preparing for the 3D Art Festival. This is, what was your name?
Jenny McCracken.
Jenny McCracken, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us about your artwork.
My pleasure, Kirsten, thank you.
So where are you from?
I'm from Melbourne, Australia.
Oh wow, is this your first time in Kuwait?
Yes it is, and I'm really happy to be here. It's just lovely.
Wonderful. So can we tell our viewers what exactly is this piece that you're working on?
Well, it's based on the 1001 Nights. It's not exactly one story, but it's a few different favorite pieces all pieced together. Yeah.
Oh wow. And so how long does it usually take you to finish a piece of art like this?
It depends on the detail, but I'll be working here from 5 until 10 every day until Friday.
Oh wow, so it's pretty labor intensive, huh?
It certainly is.
What type of tools are you using to create this piece of art?
Well, it's acrylic paint on a specially laid surface of vinyl to protect the floor. And I have a special brush on a stick to save my back.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, that gives me a long distance view of what I'm doing. And when I get to the finer details and I have to get down on my hands and knees, it's a bit harder, but you know, it makes it nice to watch when I've got the brush on the stick.
So right now that we're looking at it, this is all, right now it's black and gray. Is there going to be color added?
Absolutely, yes.
What's the process for that?
I just build it up in layers.
Okay.
I'm starting now with the outline, so because I have to have very exact lines to make the perspective view work.
Okay.
And then because I've worked this out on a very small scale, and when it gets enlarged, I can see my pictures, my mistakes are enlarged. So I have to do a couple of little corrections. And then this evening I'll get much more fully into putting down big areas of color and then refining and refining and refining.
Nice. And actually this is the first time I've seen a 3D piece of art like this. Can you kind of explain how does it work? I know it's funny asking how does art work, but there's a special way you have to look at this, right?
There is, absolutely. There's a one single viewpoint over there, and you can only take an accurate photograph from exactly on that viewpoint. From everywhere else, it's very distorted because that's the only way to make it look as if the book is standing upright on the floor. So that when somebody stands next to it, they can look like they're turning the pages.
Oh, wow.
And the book is there beside them.
Very cool. Well, welcome to Kuwait, and thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us today.
My pleasure, thank you.
So now we've moved out to the outside portion of the boulevard to enjoy the beautiful weather. Can you tell our viewers what is available outside here?
Now, Kristen, as you see, the area around here, the landscape is 150,000 square meter of landscape. And plus the project area is 335,000 square meter. So it's a huge project. On my right side, as you see, there is a restaurant village.
So not only are there restaurants inside, there's even
outside,
more restaurants outside.
Restaurant village, and over there, as you can see, there's a playground, children's playground.
Oh, amazing!
And there are some equipments for the special needs.
Oh, that's fabulous! So kids with special needs are welcome here too.
Exactly.
Wonderful.
And we do have across the project some sport facilities. We do have a football field, cricket field, which is new. We do have basketball, basketball court, tennis court, and running tracks. We do have a running track and a walking track.
Oh wow!
So it's a fully faceted project.
There's something for everyone.
Exactly.
So for the sports facilities that you've mentioned, how do people go about playing? Is there an organized league, or how do people play sports there?
They can book. They can send us an email through sports.booking@boulevard.com.kw, and they just place their name and they can book the date and day.
Oh wow! So
time.
you block off like a certain amount of time that you want. Oh,
Yeah,
neat. So
yeah.
really anybody can organize whatever sport
football.
you want.
Exactly,
Soccer.
exactly,
Can I say
exactly.
soccer? Cricket was one that you said.
Cricket, yes, a
And-
cricket field.
And running track. I see this
Running
track,
tracks, and there's a walking track too beside it.
which is wonderful. So on one side it looks like you can run, and on the other
Other side you can walk.
Leisurely
And there's an
walk.
area also that we are standing on. It's for people who wants to slow walk
Oh, nice.
and enjoy the weather and look at the scenery.
And there's a beautiful view walking all
Exactly.
around. Do you know how long is the track?
Approximately maybe 3 kilometers.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
so
3
that's
kilometers.
a pretty good workout out
Yeah,
here.
yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It is.
What are the hours? Is the outside portion open every day?
Yeah, it is open from 8 to 10 or 8 to 12. Sorry. And the mall opens from 10 to 10 on weekdays. On weekends from 10 to 11 p.m. So yeah.
Great. Plenty of time to organize and schedule a sport that you like to
Yeah, and
play.
we do have the restaurant village over there. Some restaurants close at 12 p.m. on weekends.
That's great. Well, I
So
know
there.
you saw me talking to one of the artists inside,
Yeah.
and there's another artist working out here as well.
Uh-huh.
Can you tell us about like some of the events? What is the artist out here doing?
We do have artists came all the way from Australia. They have this phenomenal talent with drawing 3D paints, 3D images on the floors, where you have a spot, and stand on it and look at the image as if it's real, for real.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it is. It's the first time in Kuwait, so we brought them here in Kuwait to do the art in Boulevard. That's one of the events, and we do have an upcoming event.
Oh, what's that?
Yeah, on December, which is a marathon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So who can do the marathon? Who can join?
Teenagers and above, and adults. So it's open for teenagers and adults. Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. So there's not only activities inside, but there's artists, and they're throwing a marathon outside. So that's wonderful.
They can register through send us an email and register the same email, which is sports.booking@boulevard.com.kw.
Great. Well, thank you so much. I can't wait to walk around and check out some more of the
The
outside.
pleasure's all ours, and we enjoyed our time having you here.
You and your family can enjoy the Boulevard using one of the many golf carts available for transport. In order to enjoy the nice atmosphere or perform brisk walking, the project contains 4 internal train stops that function throughout the clock to transport its visitors in this world of fun.
So now as we're continuing on this walkway, can you kind of describe what we are seeing around?
Now we're standing on the running track and the walking track. So this is basically a tunnel, a colorful tunnel, which is very cool.
Yeah, it is neat. All different
Once you enter
colors.
inside, you'll see different colors flashing.
Oh yeah, and the light,
Yeah,
it lights
and
up
this
too.
goes across the park and around.
And I noticed a couple really cool like bridges we went under. So
Yes.
it's really unique, like all these
Yes.
little areas that you pass on the walkway.
It is, yeah, it is actually, yeah.
And then tons of green. I love it.
Yes.
Love, love, love.
As I mentioned previously, Kristen, we have total area of 150,000 square feet of landscape. We have we do have 300 trees and 300 palm trees, 2,000 trees, and 270 square meter of seasonal flowers.
Wow.
Yeah,
and there's not too many places here that in Kuwait where you can go see flowers.
Exactly, and the flowers are picked very meticulously. يعني adaptable to the Kuwait
environment,
climate.
the weather. Okay.
Kuwait climate, yeah.
Wow. What and so I love. It kind of reminds me of being back home. It's so peaceful, and I see like the rolling hills. It's super beautiful.
It is considered a touristic area, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Once you get in, you forget about Kuwait. You're just in a new place. Some people call it paradise, maybe.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Little piece of paradise here.
Yeah.
Talk with another artist who's participating in the 3D Art Festival here at the Boulevard. Rudy.
Hello.
Hi, welcome. Thanks for talking with us.
Thanks, it's great to be here.
So can you kind of describe what you're doing here? This is another 3D piece of art.
Correct, yes. This is my first piece that I'll be doing here.
Okay, so you're doing more than one too, right?
I am, and I wanted to do something from both countries. So coming from Australia, this is sort of a hole in the ground, and we're looking from Kuwait through the earth into Australia.
Oh, awesome.
And a little koala's poked his head up to say hello, and he's offering a eucalypt branch of peace.
Love it. Totally cute. And this works the same way as when I talked to Jenny.
Certainly.
You actually have to stand in a specific spot to view it correctly.
That's right. That's called anamorphic perspective.
Okay, awesome. And what is your inspiration for the other piece that you're doing?
Well, I've been playing guitar for 25 years, and I was researching about Kuwait, and I know that there's a strong musical history here. And I saw the oud.
Yes.
And I actually went and bought one yesterday. I went oud shopping.
Oh, very cool.
And I've been practicing it and stuff, and so I'm going to do a 3D one on the ground, probably 8 meters big, so it'll be a really huge one, and people can pose on that or act like they're playing the strings.
Oh, sweet! And that's really cool that you say that. My sister's actually a musician, and every country she goes to, she buys whatever string instrument they have.
Fantastic.
So that reminds me of her.
Well, that's interesting because I travel around a lot, and I don't always speak the local language, but music does. Everyone can understand music, and so I find that being the universal language, it's something that people can tap into.
Amazing, yeah, that's so awesome. So can you also tell us what type of tools, paints, chalk, what are you using?
I'm using chalk. I start with a bit of pigment and water just to sink in a little bit to make it more permanent. But that's the great thing about this medium is that it's impermanent. And therefore we can get permission to do this anywhere, on the street, in public places, because they know afterwards it'll rain, it'll wash away, and there's no permanent damage done. So it's very environmentally friendly, and it's very malleable that way. And
That's
it's just got fantastic color as well.
Yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful work. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me.
A pleasure. Thanks for coming by.
And have fun in Kuwait.
Thanks.
So let's talk about some of the things that we noticed around on our tour. Can you tell me, I've noticed all of this water. How does that whole thing work? There's tons of water.
Let me talk about the irrigation, since we're talking about water.
Yes.
The plants and the landscape that you see is controlled by irrigation system, by the central control system in the park. It consists of 10 field workers, a reservoir of water that carries up to 2 million gallons.
Oh, wow.
Weather station. We do have a weather station too. So that's basically all it is.
And so that is what supports these little ponds and lakes and all the green.
Exactly.
Keeps it looking beautiful.
Exactly. With regards to our environment here, it is eco-friendly. It is health-friendly, where you can walk and play with some machines for
I noticed that. There are a bunch of different kinds of exercise machines, like barbells and...
Exactly. Not barbells, but machines. What do you call it? Hydraulic machines.
Ah, okay.
And there are also bars, body weight exercises you can do also.
And they're like sporadically placed, so
exactly.
You could do a little exercise
and then stop for a push, for a pump, for the biceps, for the chest.
And does it cost money for people to do it?
No. It's there. Anyone who can walks. Sorry, anyone who walks, they can use the equipments laid in the park.
Awesome. Yeah. One of the other really cool things that I saw was an amphitheater, a little amphitheater. That's
We do have
neat.
an amphitheater. People can do their events in it, and so
And I noticed this one's good for the ladies. There's a spa too.
There's a spa salon, yeah. Spa and
I mean,
salon.
really, this place has everything.
I told you at the beginning, it is a fully faceted project. So once you come in the morning, you never get out until the evening.
Yeah, I can see that. And
Yeah.
even more, I didn't even know, I noticed even more sports facilities. You know, we talked about cricket and we talked about
Soccer.
football, soccer. I was trying to say the.
Soccer, yeah.
But there also is basketball. I saw basketball courts
yeah.
and a tennis
Tennis
court.
court.
So that's amazing how many different things you can do
Yeah.
here.
It's awesome. It's
And not
awesome,
only
yeah.
that, also, there's all these really cute little bridges that you could just, like, you know, wander around.
Yeah, and kids can enjoy the bridges
Yeah.
too, yeah.
And I've seen people
Have
just
their
laying,
adventures in it.
yeah, especially made for kids with like ropes,
yeah,
and it looked a little crazy. I think I would fall on it, but super fun for kids.
It is,
And
yeah.
I've seen lots of people lounging around, just enjoying
Enjoying
and
the
laying in the
atmosphere.
hills. Very peaceful.
That's why we came up with this idea. It's to change the theme of the malls, and instead of having people going to malls, why don't they have this kind of area where they can share their time, the quality time with their families in landscape areas.
Yeah, because I'm, you know, people, it makes you happy when you're outside and you're in nature.
Exactly.
And then you can walk around. I've noticed little tiny buildings that have food too.
Yeah.
So if you get hungry on the path, you can stop and get
Exactly.
something to eat and drink.
That's correct. That's correct. Yeah.
Well, amazing. I've had a wonderful time, and I really thank you so much for showing me around.
Thank you for having me today, and I hope you guys really enjoyed the
I
place.
did, absolutely.